Hello, football fans, and welcome to the Touchdown Lady podcast. We talk football from a fan's point of view. I'm Cindy, your host. Let's just get into it. Now, the breaking news in the NFL right now is that Mike McCarthy, the head coach of the Cowboys, has been fired. Yes, the Cowboys are moving on from Mike McCarthy as head coach. Now, we all know that Gerard Mayo was fired as head coach for the Patriots, and the Patriots have now hired Mike Vrabel to be the new head coach for the 2025 season. Mike Vrabel also played for the Patriots, and he also is a Hall of Famer for the New England Patriots, so we have to wait and see. He was the head coach of the Titans, and now he's going to be the head coach of the Patriots in 2025 season. We have to wait and see how that's going to play out in the offseason and see what they're going to do as far as players and free agent and in the draft. But the Patriots also have the number 4 draft pick overall in the draft for 2025. And like I said, we need to see what pieces they're going to put around Drake May. So just have Drake May. So we have to wait and see how that's going to play out for the Patriots. Now, this weekend that just passed was the wild card weekend, meaning that it was the first week of the playoffs for the NFL. And we had some games that was out of this mind, had me a little crazy on the edge of my seat. And we're going to start off with the Saturday games that were played. The first one we're going to start off was the Texans and the Chargers. Now, going into this game, the Chargers were supposed to win this game over the Texans. Everyone knows the Texans been struggling for the last couple of weeks in the regular season. But now they played enough games to get into the playoffs, and they wound up playing against the Chargers. And for surprise, everyone that was betting against the Texans, well, they wound up winning this game over the Chargers, 32-12. Justin Herbert did not have a good showing in this game at all in the playoffs. C.J. Stroud had 282 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. Joe Mixon had 106 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. And Nico Collins had 122 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. On the other side for the Chargers, Justin Herbert had 242 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 interceptions in this game. Like I said, he did not show well on offense at all. The defense for the Chargers, I thought it did a pretty decent job. But the Texans and C.J. Stroud on offense and defense, they pretty much dominated over the Chargers in this game. And the Chargers was the favorite to win this one. Moving on, the next game that was played on Saturday, it was the Ravens and the Steelers. Now, this was a divisional game between these two. And let me tell you, it was worth the wait. I mean, the battle in this game was really, man. The Ravens came in there, and they just dominated over the Steelers. Now, the Steelers struggled the whole 3 quarters of this game, and they tried to turn it around coming out the half, but it just didn't happen for the defense for the Steelers. And everybody knows that the Steelers are known for their defense, but they just could not put together in this game against the Ravens. The Ravens on offense and defense was just too much for the Steelers to overcome. And like I said, the last couple of weeks for the Ravens, the defense have stepped up, and they turned things around, and they was able to dominate the offense of the Steelers in this game. And the Ravens wound up winning this game 28-14 over the Steelers. Now, Lamar Jackson had 272 yards, 2 touchdowns in this game. King Henry had 186 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game. On the other side for the Steelers, Russell Wilson had 270 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game. And George Pickens had 87 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. And like I said, the Ravens came in there and dominated over the Steelers. It was a good game. Go and check the highlights on that game. Moving on. Now, for Sunday's games that were played in the wild card round, we're going to start off with the Buffalo Bills versus the Broncos. Bo Nix versus Josh Allen. Now, Bo Nix and the Broncos came in this game, and he was really aggressive in the first quarter. They got the first touchdown in this game, and Bo Nix looked really good in this game. I thought the offense and defense for the Broncos did a really good job in this game, but the Bills was just too much for them. The Bills wound up taking over the game in the second quarter, late in the second quarter, and just started dominating over the Broncos. After the Broncos got their first touchdown in the first quarter, they did not score any more in the game, and the Bills wound up beating the Broncos 31-7. Josh Allen had 272 yards, 2 touchdowns. James Cook had 120 yards and 1 touchdown in this game, and Bo Nix for the Broncos had 122 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. Like I said, Bo Nix is going to be a really good quarterback in this profession. The way he plays, the aggressiveness, like he looked really well, like I said, but the the Buffalo Bills was just a little bit too much for them this time around. We're going to see them next year, Bo Nix. Moving on, the next Sunday game that we're going to talk about is the Packers and the Eagles. Now, to me, this seems just like a regular game. The Packers, I was very disappointed how Jordan Love showed up in this game. The offense was horrible in this game for the Packers. I was really rooting for them in this game. They had some opportunities to win this game, but what was helped them from winning this game, to me, in my opinion, was all the penalties that they had. They had 85 yards and penalties. Yes, 85 yards and penalties. And that's what, you can't win a game when you have that too many penalties and turnovers in this game. So the defense for the Packers, though, did show up. I got to give them credit. They did show up in this game. But the offense was the one that struggled. Jordan Love struggled really bad. On the other side, I thought the Eagles' offense played an okay game. But the defense for the Eagles stepped up in this game, and they really put a number on the offense of the Packers. They kept shutting down the Packers, especially in the red zone in this game. Jalen Hurts had 131 yards in this game and 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley had 119 yards and no touchdowns in this game. On the other side, Jordan Love had he had 212 yards in this game, 1 touchdown and no touchdowns in this game and 3 interceptions in this game. That's what he had. That was a bad showing for him. Like I said, the Packers, I was really rooting for them to win this game over the Eagles, but that did not happen. And the Eagles wind up beating the Packers 22-10. Moving on, this week's round, division round of playoff games for the NFL, it's going to start. Saturday games is going to be the Texans versus Kansas City at 4:30, and then we're going to the Washington Commanders versus the Lions at 8 p.m. Yeah, it's going down. It's getting real serious. This is the divisional round of the playoffs. Woo, man. And on the Sunday games, we're going to have the Ravens versus the Bills at 6:30, and we're going to have the Eagles. The Eagles don't know who they're playing yet until after Monday Night Football when the Vikings and the Rams play. So whoever wins that game is going to play the Eagles this Sunday, and this Sunday coming up in the second round, divisional round of the playoffs. But I want to talk about the Bills and the Ravens a little bit. Now, this is going to be the game of talk of the week. It's already happening. Both of these players are going up for MVPs. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, both these quarterbacks deserve to be in the Super Bowl. I like both these teams, both these quarterbacks. Both these quarterbacks can run out the pocket, run with the throw the passes. They can make big plays on the field when they have to. So this is going to be a battle of the century. These two, it only could be one winner. So this game is going to have me on the edge of my seat, pacing the floors, acting crazy, because I really want. I really hate that they have to go against each other, but that's just football, and both these teams deserve it. They both turned the season around this year on both these quarterbacks and teams. Like I said, it only can be one winner in this game, and this is going to be the talk of the week, this game right here, the Bills versus the Ravens. The Ravens are going to play the Bills at home, so the Bills will have the upper hand for field advantage, but not that much, I don't think. We just have to wait and see what's going on in that. Moving on, we're going to talk about the teams that need head coaches right now. And we're going to start with the Cowboys, the New Orleans Saints, the Jets, the Bears, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Las Vegas Raiders all need head coaches. Now, there's a lot of talk about the Steelers head coach, Mike Tomlin. There's a lot of things out there saying that they suggest that he should move on from the Steelers. He's been there for a while. He has a winning season, but he never could take them to the next level. And so a lot of critics out there and media is saying that maybe Mike Tomlin should move on to another team. I don't know. I just have to wait and see how that's going to play out. Mike Tomlin is not being fired. The Steelers are not saying they're firing him, but it's just a talk out there in the industry right now, in the media, saying that they think Mike Tomlin should move on to another team. Like I said, I'm just a fan. What do I know? We just have to wait and see how that plays out. Well, this is a part of the show. If you want to ask me any questions or want me to talk about something on the air, you can email me at touchdownladies@gmail.com. That's touchdownladies@gmail.com. Now, this is the end of the show, and before I end the show, I like to end on a good note. And what I want to do something I call Facts, Fun, and Football, where I reach in my little thing here, and I pull out a fact, a fun, a joke, just to end the show on a good note. And this is going to be a joke. What happens to a football player who goes blind? They become referees. And this is Sandy from the Touchdown Ladies saying, don't forget to smile, be happy, be kind, put your action behind your plan, and keep moving forward. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.